Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Citizen Lounge. We are here with the folks from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Shameik Moore, Jake Johnson, welcome.
Hey, guys.
The Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man. Specifically waving to the fans right now in this camera.
Yeah, all those Marvel
Just
fans
you
live
guys.
inside there.
Oh, yes, yes.
So excited for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've heard it's so amazing.
Thank you.
Such an all-star cast. What was it like for you guys getting to be Spider-Man?
You know, it's a great process. You know, we got to work with each other. There are other cool Spider-Men involved as well, and yeah, it's been like a 2-year process. Very excited to get this movie out. We're at Comic-Con New York 2018, and I can't complain. What is it like to be Spider-Man?
Yeah.
He's one of the most loved characters, superheroes ever. So
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's it like when you get that call that you are now going to be the voice of the original Spider-Man and Miles Morales, who is this emerging character that everyone loves? Both these characters everyone loves. What's that like?
Yeah.
I was really excited to play Peter Parker. You know, I grew up a fan, so, and also, I mean, just honestly for this, I was really excited to play Peter Parker in a Phil Lord, Chris Miller version, because those two are extremely talented. So I knew that the movie was going to be in good hands, and as an actor, you're only as good as your director. So if you do a movie like Spider-Man and we're doing Miles and Peter and the movie's not very good, we're going to get blamed for it. And people are going to go, we hate how you did that.
But someone told us to do this.
Once it was Phil and Chris, and then Rodney and Peter and Bobby, all of our directors. These are really talented people who really care a lot, so it's made it a real joy to do this one.
Yep.
So what about you? When you get did you freak out? Or you like, who did you call? Who'd you tell that when you got it?
I was at the studio when I got the news. I was pulling up to the studio. My agents called me, Shameik, you got it. I was like under the weather, I remember. And I just remember being, usually I just tell my mom and dad, you know. Honestly, other than that, I mean, people find out when it comes up in conversation.
But this man made a vision board about it before.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have a journal. I actually found it when I've been renovating my house in Atlanta, and I found the journal. But my co-star in the movie Dope, her name is Kiersey. She gave me this journal, and anyway, I started using it. I started writing in it, and I wrote, "I am Miles Morales" on the front of a page, and "I am Spider-Man" on the back. And like 2 years later.
So, write down your goals, write down your dreams. Do it. It works.
It works.
That's so real, though. You can't do
Yes.
a thing that you haven't thought, I want to do that thing, and like
It's true.
made it actionable. I think that's so entirely true.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of folks who love the Spider-Man, Spider-Verse comics, but for anyone who doesn't understand yet what the Spider-Verse is, could you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, the Spider-Verse, if there was a bunch of French fries, I wish that, all right, you know what I'm saying?
I see where you're
Good
going with
start.
this.
You know,
You're doing a scene from the movie.
let's say Spider-Verse. Okay. So you're a universe, I'm a universe, and you're a universe.
We are all universes.
Okay. So I'm our universe right now. You're Peter Parker's universe, you're Gwen, and you're Spider-Ham.
Nice.
Right.
I like it.
The role you were born
I
to
won.
play.
I won.
I do feel like you should be Gwen and I should be Peter's
No,
universe,
no,
but I'm
no.
gonna
I
let
feel
it
like
go.
I should be Peter and you should be Gwen.
Let that one go, Shameik. I like Spider-Ham.
I don't mind it. I don't mind
Feels
it.
like an obvious miss, but just roll.
I have John Mulaney's voice
I'm not
coming out.
going to
That's
judge the
fantastic.
casting
All right,
process.
you're right. All right.
Sorry. Something
Gwen's
happens
cool.
to our dimension here. Wait. No, you're Peter. So something happens to your dimension. You know,
You got it.
our dimensions come together until we fix your dimension.
Now,
then
if
at
you got
some
any
point
questions, December
And then-
14th, go see the movie because it's very clear in the movie. But it's not clear when we describe it. That's why I didn't jump in and help.
Intricate web of Spider-Verse. Speaking of alternate Spider-Mans, I just want to know your reaction. What happened when you found out that Nicolas Cage is going to be playing Spider-Man Noir? Because I lost my mind.
Yeah.
I was really excited. You know, his performance in Moonstruck still goes down as one of the greatest performances I've ever, seen. And so just to be in a movie with him, I wish I could be in the booth with him. And I didn't get to experience that, but I did ask the directors. I'm like, is there any time that Nick Cage and I should say some lines? And they're like, no, there's no need
You
for
guys
that.
don't talk together
And
at
I'm
all.
like, if he's in Vegas, I should probably just. But our cast is unbelievable. We've got so many talented and funny people and so many good actors that they really rounded this one out.
Yeah, they did a great job.
You also have some great villains coming your way. Can you tease us a little bit about? I think we saw a little slice of Wilson Fisk there in the trailer.
Yeah.
You got the Prowler.
Oh, yeah.
Prowler. All right.
You got
Goblin.
Kingpin.
That's Wilson Fisk. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know if we could give anybody else away.
Well, so when you go into a process like this, because it is voice acting, do you try to get physical with the role, or do you kind of just focus on your voice? What's your process like when you're taking on this kind of part?
I think it depends on the scene, you know. Well, there's a lot of times where we're like doing action stuff, and I gotta be like, you know, you know, if I'm boxing in the scene or whatnot, you know.
Wait, that's you boxing?
In the scene, yeah.
Okay.
That sound, you know.
I just didn't know the sound of boxing made, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's is different. Mine's more like this.
It's very slow.
But powerful. Slow.
That's the sound I make
different
too, but
techniques.
that's because I get sore.
Yeah.
Now we have a question from social, if you guys don't mind answering this. What was your reaction to seeing the animation style of the movie? Because the animation style is very,
so
very
cool.
unique. It's really, really cool.
I just saw it this morning and it blew my mind. I think it's something that I know it's something that no one's ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's going to really take people back a little bit about how beautiful and intense this looks. It looks like a comic book that comes to life.
Yeah, there's a lot of like text action and like all that stuff. Did you get any input into like how the characters looked and whether they like would resemble
Input?
your? Yeah.
No.
But what they did say is we didn't have input, but they did say that the animators would, because they would film us doing the records, and they said that they would move the characters the way the actors would move, because it made it easier with the way your voice goes. There's a certain way your body goes, and so they would animate around certain movements.
Well, that's really, really cool.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, we have another.
Yeah.
Go
We
ahead.
have another question from social, which is, what character traits do you share with the character that you play in the film?
You know, it's crazy. Originally, when I auditioned for the Miles Morales character, Miles was very insecure and very scared. And after the directors got to know me a little bit better, they kind of changed that to him being a lot more confident. And, you know, he still doesn't want to do things, but he's way more like, I can't. But you saw it earlier today when he's like walking up the street and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, like it wasn't like that before. Yeah. So I think that that confidence, that playfulness that Miles has, I think I can be like that for sure. Yeah.
And for me, Peter is a reluctant teacher. He doesn't really want to be a mentor, and that's something I can relate to. I don't view myself as a teacher, so.
But you're great with French fries.
Thank you. Is that in life? Or yeah, that's something I'm very good with. I'm good with French fries.
We have another question from social, actually, about Peter Parker.
Okay.
How would he react to Venom? I'm sure you're familiar with the symbiote that covers his body sometimes with a creepy face.
I have no idea, but I know it would be scary. I haven't seen the movie yet, but we saw clips in San Diego. And anything Tom Hardy does is not only cool, but scary. So I think Peter would have a fight on his hands.
He's very terrifying.
Seriously, though.
I wouldn't mind seeing Miles go up against Venom.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting. How do you think Miles would handle Venom? You think?
Venom?
I think it'd be dope.
Oh, I think that would be very dope, especially if I'm playing Miles in a live. Said it in a very humble way. But Venom, well, we're talking about Spider-Man, but I did just see that movie, Venom, and Tom Hardy is that guy. Tom Hardy is that guy, for real. But anyway, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, December 14th. Shameik Moore, Jake Johnson.
There you go.
Christmas.
When you guys were kids, were you fans of Marvel at all, or did you get into superheroes?
I mean, yeah, I love superheroes. But not just Marvel, to be honest with you. I know, again, we're promoting this movie, but I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. All of those cartoons, anything superhero, it was like
the 90s X-Men series?
All of the, literally.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the love for both of these characters, I don't think you have any problem with popularity. Now, are you going to, now you have these characters, have you gotten into the comics? Have you started reading the Miles Morales comic or any of the Spider-Man comics?
I haven't, no. I read Spider-Man when I was younger. My brother was huge into comics, but I haven't I've been really just doing this. My version of Peter Parker these days is what they write.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you guys should all see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Where can fans find you online?
You can find me on Instagram. Instagram, you just type in Shameik Moore, ShameikMoore. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you can Google me and find it all, baby.
And I'm Mr. Jake Johnson, MR, on both Instagram and Twitter.
All right.
Okay, now one more question. You are about to be unleashed on the Comic-Con floor. Is there anything on the floor that you're looking to do?
Yeah.
That you've seen so far?
Hear you.
I'm just looking to take it all in. You know, I don't. There's not a booth I necessarily want to go to specifically, but I like walking around and seeing it the way everybody sees it, and just being part of the madness of it all.
Totally.
Well, I'm going to tell you, too, that there is a Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Verse couple out there. So keep an eye out for them.
If you want to freak them out.
They're couple goals.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They're pretty great.
Totally.
So I'm just saying, they're out there.
There's
You
a lot of those
guys,
couples.
everybody sees Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse December 14th.
December 14th.
December
theaters.
14th.
You do
In
not
theaters,
wanna-
everywhere. You do not want to miss it. She said it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And follow at Marvel and hashtag Marvel NYCC for even more coming up on the con today at Marvel Live.
Boom.